by a jury of 12. Now, what jury that will end up being, can't tell you that. So far, we've had 3 jurors thrown off the case, 2 within a 24-hour period. As of yesterday afternoon, the alert was on that maybe a 3rd juror is in jeopardy. Don't know if that's true or not, just simply scuttlebutt. We'll find out come 0900 tomorrow morning. Welcome back to Court TV's Closing Arguments. I'm Nancy Grace, and I want to thank you again for being with us here. We are camped out outside the Redwood City Courthouse, bringing you the latest as it happens in State v. Scott Peterson, and the beat goes on. Even though today is Veterans Day here in America, thank you, American veterans. Still scuttlebutt rushing through the halls of the courthouse regarding what will happen tomorrow morning. Will we lose yet another juror? It's becoming a juror after the next being voted off that jury of 12. It's an incredible story, unlike any story many practicing lawyers have seen. And I'm not talking about the lawyers hiding behind the books in the law library. I'm talking about trial lawyers, the nasty, scrappy kind of trial lawyer like Michael Mazzarella just got a Russian mobster off in a murder case. I'm not happy about that, P.S. friend. But Michael, have you ever had 3 jurors thrown off one jury?
I had 2 thrown off one jury, and I had 1 jury out for 11 days, but never 3 jurors.
You know, I've had 2 jurors thrown off one jury, and I've had 1 jury out for 2 days. That's the longest deliberations I've ever had. I'm going to introduce to you a new guest to us here at Court TV Closing Argument. Her name is Ginny Walia. She's a practicing lawyer here in Redwood City. Ginny, you want to comment on the former alternate, now juror. We call her Strawberry Shortcake. From here down, she's eggplant. From here down, she's a vibrant pink. Now, not being afraid of a bleach bottle myself, I'm not throwing a stone at that, but what's your take as to her on the jury?
I've heard a lot of experts theorize that we can call her out for the defense. She's got tattoos. She had a brother who was on drugs. You know, and she's got red hair.
Hey, Jenny, listen. I don't think any of us don't have a family member that's either been, it could be crazy Uncle Wacko. It could be somebody that's had a drug or alcohol problem. It could be our brother, our sister, our mother, our father, our son. It could be anybody. So the fact that she had a brother that had an addiction, you know what? That's just like everybody.
Sure. No, I agree with you. I mean, it's more about the red hair and the tattoos that, you know, she's not so sheltered.
I think it's pink.
Well, you know, even if it is pink.
I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Jenny.
But I don't think we can call her for the defense just yet, just because she has pink hair. And I keep hearing this over and over again. I had a juror that was smiling at me the entire time, laughing at my jokes, and smiling at my client. I had to tell my client to stay away from him. I had an 11-to-1 hung, and that guy was for guilt. And so I think that her responsiveness to the defense and her, you know, responsiveness to the defense and smiling and all that, it could be very deceitful. And about the drugs, the issues, that's a very different kind of issue than a violent crime.
I think you're right, Jenny.
And I don't think we can call her out yet.
Now, Jenny, you've been practicing in this courthouse. Have you ever had 3 jurors thrown off one jury?
No, and I have never even heard of it. This is seriously messing with the, you know, mechanics of how juries work. This is creating a lot of chaos.
It certainly is. It really is. Now with me, Ann Bremner, Seattle lawyer, as well as David Wohl, who...
Symbol of Lacey and Connor in heaven, and we know they're in a better place. And we just want them to know this light shines on them. We're letting all the light shine for them.
Welcome back to Closing Arguments. We are just outside the Redwood City Courthouse bringing you the latest in State v. Scott Peterson. Today is Veterans Day. Thank you, American veterans. The jury is kicked back at their hotel. Maybe they're watching a rental movie. Maybe they're having a cup of coffee, but they're not allowed to deliberate. With me, Ginny Walia. Ginny, my question is, do you think the jurors become resentful on days like this when they can't go home to their families, they can't go to work, they're camped out in a hotel, and they cannot deliberate?
They do, but I think it doesn't affect them so much because they know that there's a bigger closet issue here. When they went into this, there was a juror, it was a red-haired juror, who said that she would quit her job to be here.
She did, as a bank person.
Right, right. And so they understand the significance of this. This is sort of about the integrity of our legal system. And although these holidays hurt them, I mean, they would rather be with their family. I don't think it would affect their decision in the end.
I know it's their civic duty, but after 5 cups of coffee, no minibar, and you're forced to watch iRobot. Or disagree, Ginny?
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think that what happens with this foreperson is that this foreperson has already made up his mind. That's my perception of it. That's why he was picked. Generally, forepersons are picked before anybody's taken a vote on it, so you don't know where they're going to go. This foreperson is going to leave the jury where the majority of the jury wants to go.
We'll see. We'll find out if the same jury's even in place come tomorrow morning. Final thought, Michael Mazzarella?
Nancy, enough of all of this malarkey. There's going to be a verdict. The jury's hanging in there. They like being in the hotel. They could go and eat, rest, relax. They don't have to go to work. And they're going to get a verdict, Nancy. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I like it. Final thought quickly.
If Michael's right, Nancy, the verdict will be guilty. There's absolutely no chance at a not guilty. It's guilty versus hung.
I completely agree.
Guilty, hung.
Hung.
Hung. Michael, you want to give me your verdict? Guilty, hung, or not guilty?
I say not guilty as a human being on this planet. I say guilty as sin.
Well, you know what? Now that you put it that way, Michael, not working, camped up at a luxury hotel, ordering